The trial never ends.
The trial never ends.
Picard video. When we started doing this, we knew we wanted to, when Q came out, we knew we wanted to do something because we had some idea. I guess now we've done 2 Picard season 2, what we think is going to happen. And I was thinking about it while we are doing it. I'm like, did we contradict ourselves somehow? Because we've got this whole 7 of 9, like Borg theory for season 2. Mm-hmm. And now we've got this whole Q thing, but why can't it just be both? Right?
Yeah. Why not?
Why can't it just be both? But we came up with this theory, and it was very interesting because when I was doing the research for the article, I came to this realization that Q was in the very first episode of Star Trek Next Generation, and he was in the very last episode.
I got it. I fixed it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So he basically was at the very beginning and at the very end. And I started to realize, and I was telling Brian, I'm like, I think that Q is really much more important to Picard's story than we really ever realized. And so we took that idea and that relationship and then developed it into what they could potentially do for season 2.
Right.
On Picard. And we realized that it's really about this special relationship, especially when, they tried to put Q on DS9 with Cisco, but they're like, oh no, that didn't work. It just, the relationship wouldn't work because there was not that love or that care between the characters. Even though Picard is always irritated with Q, there's this, I wouldn't even say he really loves him, but Q definitely loves Picard. And in some way, there's this like weird, I was trying to say it was like Q was almost like a child.
Right.
And Picard was the parent saying no. And for whatever reason, Q needed that. He needed those boundaries. And so that's why he liked Picard, because of those boundaries. And so he comes back, and we believe it's possible that he comes back in Picard season 2. We know he's coming back. And we just took all the ideas of the trailer, of things we've heard, of what they've said, and we tried to come up with an idea. And this idea was, and this is what was cool, was Brian had been kicking around this idea that, the Borg, that Q not throwing Picard into the Borg changes everything. And when we really delve into it, we didn't even scratch the whole surface, I think.
Oh, we didn't? Yeah, we're actually getting people that they're commenting and explaining how it's even more devastating that if that event didn't happen. Which is crazy. I didn't consider half that stuff.
Well, I mean, I went through it, and I knew a lot of that was going to happen, especially with the Dominion and stuff like that. But the problem is that we could not put it all in that video, because it wouldn't. It would have been too much.
Right.
But, we are working on stuff in the future that will actually probably give you a better picture of the whole, of how much the impact really is.
Right.
But it was just really interesting to do this one and to kind of tie it up. But I had no idea that it was going to really hit that big. I don't know if people are really looking forward to Picard season 2 or what the deal is, but
it's a good theory, man.
It is a good theory. Yeah, but usually when people click on our stuff, they come and they like it for the most part. But it's not. It's like getting them to click on it sometimes is the hard thing. So why are people overwhelmingly clicking on this one as opposed to, well, for example, the 7 of 9 one?
Yeah, because John Delancey is sexier than 7 of 9.
Whoa, okay, I'll buy that for $1.
Must be the thing. Hey, real quick though, dude. I love this new variation, the Popcast variant of our logo.
Oh, the logo variant. Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah, there's Shane is a Vulcan, classic Vulcan with ears. Why can you not see my capture, my cursor?
I don't know, but I can see the image.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, Shane is a Vulcan, and I'm a Klingon.
Which is appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely appropriate.
Right?
Remember, last time we had the Borg variant, and the time before that we had like this one, the apocalyptic,
the dystopian, yeah,
the dystopian World War III variant. So who knows? Maybe there'll be a gender bending variant in the future.
No, there won't be.
Yes, there will. That's the hint. There will.
And I don't have any control over, of course.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have a better idea. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we're gonna have to. You know, what we could do is we could our logos can maybe do like a dress up as characters. So maybe I don't know. We got to see what's coming though. One of us could be Picard, and the other one could be Q.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the video. So on this video, though, aside from the immense success, because of how amazing it is, I do want to note that Shane is right, and this is actually incomplete because there was not one or even two, but 3 moments that we wanted to expand on that we couldn't expand on because it would have taken too much time. And we decided to go, okay, we're just going to make other videos out of those things. And then additionally, 2 of those moments in the video, we actually just say that. We're like, look, this is what's happening. We'll get more into it in a future video because to explain all of this would have made the video 2 hours long.
It would have made everybody's brain hurt too. I think it needs to be broken down a little bit.
Right.
I mean, this is definitely an encompassing video where it explains everything. And it's a theory that, you know, I really appreciate everybody saying things in the comments like, you know, we don't think CBS could write like this, or they would, you know, because it makes us feel good because, you know, this is how we would like to see Star Trek be, you know, and so hopefully they'll actually end up doing something like this. Some other people have theorized that it's going to be mirror universe, which I don't think it's going to be that. Some other people think that maybe they're just jumping around in time.
I don't think they'll be mirror. I think they're over the mirror universe. It didn't work out in Discovery very well for them.
Thanks for putting my Janet Jackson in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, it actually required effort. So,
yeah. So
Shane really wanted Janet Jackson in this video.
I did. I had to have her in the video because
it's so weird.
Well, no, because YouTube, you know, they don't serve our videos, right? So, because what have you done for me lately? And that's Janet Jackson's video. So,
hey, that's fair. Aside from Janet Jackson, remember, as per the norm for recent last 5 or 6 videos, everything's been massively upscaled. You know,
right.
This footage, if you have ever watched it, is not high definition. But when you watch our videos, it's high definition. So everything's been upscaled. Everything has had its frames doubled, and the quality is just much better. So that's another reason why you should watch our videos. So if you haven't subscribed, you should do that now.
Good plug. I like it. Yeah, so it was just a lot of fun. There's more to come. So if you enjoyed that we're gonna even push that a little further and make some more cool stuff. But yeah, that was it. That was the motivation. We wanted to be able to tell you what's coming. We're gonna do the same thing for the Orville. When we get more information on season 3, we're gonna do a theory video for the Orville. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Enjoy doing it.
Yeah,
so go watch it.
Some of those comments too. Let us know if obviously if we missed something, but also if some of the other comments, you know, like they mentioned, okay, if Q didn't throw the Enterprise into the Beta Quadrant to meet up with the Borg early, we, you know, obviously in the video we say what wouldn't have happened, what changed, right? Well, people brought up the fact that Wolf 359 doesn't happen, which means that Sisko's wife isn't killed, which means he hasn't gone to command DS9. They don't create the Defiant. We lose the Dominion War. Someone else mentioned stuff with the Ferengi, and then I realized after the fact that also that what's it called, species 8472. That species has no resistance in the Delta Quadrant. Which, what happens then? How do we deal with that? Because it took the Borg and the Voyager to deal with that species. So, I mean, and remember, they were also, I mean, that's break your brain stuff. Species 8472 was like, They actually made like a Federation, a San Francisco Starfleet headquarters mock thing where they can infiltrate the Federation. Oh my God! Like, consider the ramifications of Voyager not being there, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. So all that's coming. So we're going to be talking about that. Yeah, in a future video. So
yes,
stand by for more cool stuff about this theory and
so much more
Q stuff.
Yeah, Q, and Q's a cool character.
He really is. He's a fantastic character. And
there are not a lot of good pictures of John Delancey on the internet. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, your thumbnail. You should so we have the aged version of Q. You know what a lot of people talk about? They're like, some people are like, I don't understand why he's aged. He's omnipotent. Why would he be aged? And the obvious answer is, they don't have a choice unless they want to spend a bunch of money de-aging. So now they're just
because he's actually old.
Yeah. So they're going to do a quip. It'll be a quip of, well, Picard, I'm not going to let you be the only one to grow old. Something like that.
Right. Or they'll mention nothing. And there are people that are gonna lose their mind because they just can't believe it. Like, remember, I gotta say one thing. Look, most of the new Trek I'm not a fan of either, but there is sometimes you have to suspend, disbelief or whatever the term is, because certain things are just, they're incapable of doing, and it's a 55-year-old franchise. Thank you, Creation, for telling me exactly how many years it is. 55-year-old franchise, which means that the original actors, oh my God, William Shatner, and he looks great for his age, but my God, the guy is ancient. So he's coming back for, they were talking about him coming back for the next Kelvin movie or whatever. Like, guys, that is, hopefully you make that movie. Who knows how much time you have? The guy, he's going to be breaking records. And in 10 years, he's breaking age records. Okay. So come on.
Very true. Yeah.
How old is he? He's like 90, right?
I think he's 90. Yeah.
90 years old. God, Lord. That is just incredible to me. Is it 90?
There it is. 90 years old, brother.
90 years old. And that guy was on stage at the con talking about sharks.
I got to tell you, he don't look 90.
He doesn't look 90, bro.
He don't look 90.
What a man.
Okay. He could last. Okay. So, the last thing I will say about this whole thing is be prepared for Q to be a little bit different than he was in the next gen. Apparently he's not going to be as overwhelmingly sarcastic and light. It's going to be a more serious toned Q, apparently. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like that, but it's going with the whole idea that Picard is a little darker too. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Okay.
I'm sure he's going to be sarcastic, but we'll see.
I'm sure. Okay, moving on. Let us damn it. Let us know what you think. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. Link is in the description below.
Thanks for watching. To see the full conversation, become a member of the Popcast family. Use the link in the description below or go to our channel and click the join button. Select your tier and we'll see you at the next show.